chase to 6,000 passing yards in a single season has begun, and I believe Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills have the best opportunity to do so here in 2023. Welcome to my channel, Bills News Consolidated. We got to discuss it. Patrick Mahomes throwing for 5,250 yards last year. Man, are you kidding me? If he just would have thrown for 44 yards per game more, he would have had 6,000 passing yards in a single season. So we know that it's very feasible for an NFL quarterback to pass for 6,000 yards in a single season. But you got to take a look at Josh Allen, and Josh Allen has actually never even thrown for more than 5,000 yards in a single season. He's never hit that 5,000 yard mark. But why do I believe Josh Allen has the best ability to lead the NFL in passing yards for 2023 and have ability to actually shatter that 5,000 yard mark and go right to 6,000 yards for 2023? It's because of all the weapons on this offense and what Brandon Beane has done to assemble this team. And some other hidden notes that the NFL world is totally missing right now is that Ken Dorsey was a first-year offensive coordinator for the Buffalo Bills last year. He really was here for several years, but he's never an offensive coordinator before, and he really had to get a feel for this team and how he was going to operate things, the evolution of this team, not relying on Brian Daboll calling plays. So we understand how important that was for the Buffalo Bills to transition away from Brian Daboll last year, and we also transitioned into a new offensive line coach, Aaron Kromer. So Aaron Kromer and Brandon Beane and also Ken Dorsey, they had a discussion and they openly admitted, Brandon Beane openly admitted that they struggled to find their identity early last year because they didn't really understand our players that well. They didn't know what our players did best. They didn't know what kind of running schemes to run. They didn't really know. They were figuring things out as the season went along. Whereas this year, we know all these things, right? We know all the players. We know what we do best. We know what we're trying to accomplish. You know, the cat and mouse game of the NFL, setting things up so you could open other things up with your offense. So I really believe just being that Ken Dorsey in year 2, Aaron Kromer in year 2, with all this added beef to this offensive line, I mean, it is absolutely unbelievable. You take a look, Edwards, McGovern, Osiris Torrance, Bates, Bucker, all these guys are back for the Buffalo Bills. And it's really, really important to understand what Brandon Beane said when we first signed McGovern to the Buffalo Bills. The highest paid free agent for the Buffalo Bills is going to be probably starting left guard for Bills Mafia. The competition to me is really open at right guard. So we're going to be seeing Edwards, Bucker, Bates, Osiris Torrance, all kind of mixing in there to compete for that role. But the other thing is, you got to keep in mind, Bates can play all 5 positions on the offensive line. He's that swing offensive lineman for the Bills, solidifying things for this offensive line, thus proving my point even more that last year, Buffalo Bills offensive line was not to the level of this offensive line. Protecting Josh Allen, keeping Josh Allen upright longer, allowing him to extend plays longer, pass for more yards, and do some big-time things for 2023. I know a lot of people are assuming with this running attack with Damian Harris, Latavius Murray, James Cook progressing, Nyheim Hines, that the Buffalo Bills will not even have to pass it as much, that we're going to run the ball more. But my philosophy here is that once you develop a run as a true threat, it should open up the pass even more. So I believe it's just going to even help this passing game even more. So we have all these things trending up for the Buffalo Bills. Ken Dorsey in year 2, Aaron Kromer in year 2, all this added beef to this offensive line, new running backs, a much better running back room than last year, and then the wide receivers as well as a new rookie tight end that Josh Allen is going to throw to. Some added elements and pieces for this offense that Josh Allen is going to have to work with, as well as Ken Dorsey. We speak about it, right? Stephon Diggs, that number 1 wide receiver for the Buffalo Bills. Gabe Davis, kind of walking wounded a little bit last year. The first time he was a true number 2 perimeter wide receiver in the NFL. He's going to be even better. Spencer Brown having offseason back surgery, walking wounded, getting hurt week 7 against the Chiefs. Like, he's going to be the best version of himself. So I really believe you couple all these things together on this offense, Josh Allen has the best opportunity to lead the NFL in total passing yards. And really, you look at Dalton Kincaid, the rookie tight end for the Buffalo Bills that Brandon Beane selected, potentially the best catcher of the football coming out of this year's NFL draft. He is a clear-cut upgrade to Quentin Morris, who had a 26% snap count for the Bills last year. Quentin Morris at 6'2", Dalton Kincaid at 6'4". You know, he's bigger than Quentin Morris. He's got a bigger catch radius. He's probably comparable blocker, if not a better blocker than Quentin Morris. Dalton Kincaid is going to be that Travis Kelce piece for the Bills that could come in on the line of scrimmage and then shift out wide to the slot and just mix and match and just create chaos for opposing defenses. Something the Buffalo Bills did not have last year, and something that we've been seeking for so many years. You go back to O.J. Howard, right? The Buffalo Bills seeking after O.J. Howard, and then trade rumors about Zach Ertz, the Bills being interested in Zach Ertz, and then bringing in Jacob Hollister, right? And having all these other tight ends that the Bills have kind of experimented with throughout the years to be that receiving tight end, but we really haven't found it. Dalton Kincaid is definitely going to be that guy to mix between that 11 and 12 personnel, to blur the line between both, to keep defenses honest. This is just going to absolutely help Bills Mafia and Josh Allen surpass 5,000 yards, to get to 6,000 yards. I really, really am digging it. Deontay Hardy, that speed demon threat. You know, Isaiah McKenzie did good in the slot, but his explosiveness, those big chunk yards after catch, run after catch ability just was not there for Isaiah McKenzie. His route tree was very hard to get yards after the catch, and he just didn't have a lot of yards per reception. Whereas Deontay Hardy led the NFL in 2021 with Jameson Winston as his quarterback, Trevor Siemian as his quarterback. He's now with Josh Allen. So seeing what's capable there of Deontay Hardy and what the explosiveness, even putting him on the perimeter and just being a home run threat, mixing and matching and creating spaces in these defenses is going to be absolutely huge. Trent Sherfield can play on the outside, play on the inside. He's physical too. Khalil Shakir progressing along, can play on the inside, play on the outside. It's just absolutely huge. And Justin Shorter, that high ball freak, Josh Gordon type going after that football. And then to feather in the cap, they always say a great offense is a good defense, right? A great defense is a good offense, right? So the Buffalo Bills, knowing that we have this great defense, Josh Allen is going to get a ton of opportunities. I believe that this linebacker is going to be faster. Von Miller, Micah Hyde, Jordan Poyer are all going to be back to start the season. I'm expecting more turnovers, more possibilities for this offense to pass for more yards, to score more touchdowns. I truly believe Josh Allen is going to lead the NFL in total passing yards. He's going to surpass 5,000, and baby, he could be the first NFL quarterback to hit 6,000 yards in a single NFL season. If you guys enjoyed this video, I deeply, deeply appreciate it. If you hit like, subscribe for future content, releasing videos every single day. Please take a look at the links down in the description too. SeatGeek, you can get $20 off movies, concerts, events, theater, NFL, hockey, Bandits games, anything. You can get $20 off. Use promo code BNC. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Go Bills!